What's going on with racing these days?
Argentine racer making his way over to Bristol says he's making a 10,000-mile trip to Bristol. He's fascinated by NASCAR. He's been racing for 25 years, and he's quite the show over there in Argentina.
What kind of racing does he do right now? Do you know?
Some road course racing over there, sports car road course racing over in
Okay.
Argentina. Some of the good stuff, and lots of talent over there to be had. But he's been racing for 25 years, and even though he loves it to death, he says it might get a little old hat, wouldn't you say? You've been doing it for 25 years.
Yeah, that's a long time to be
Apparently,
sitting in the car.
just wanting to try something new, interested in racing NASCAR.
I mean, everybody else is coming over
I
here
know.
racing NASCAR.
It's such
Why
a
not we-
boom. We've got all these Formula One drivers like Juan Montoya coming over, Danica Patrick from IndyCar Series, and Marcus Ambrose coming over.
I mean, there's only so much room out there, guys. You need to pick your sport. You can try it out for a season.
Yeah.
Pick your sport.
But he's coming to Bristol. Don't know if he's going to race in Bristol. Didn't get that word. But he's going. I think he's just going to go there and watch a NASCAR race and see what it's all about. See if he actually still wants to do it. But his name is Marcos de Palma. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. And he's an Argentine race car driver wanting to try out NASCAR. They said in many ways he is just like Dale Earnhardt Jr. You might be asking yourself, why is that? Both of their fathers passed away recently due to racing incidences. Marcus de Palma lost his father, and in some ways, in Argentina, he is one of the most popular drivers they have over there.
Pretty much like Earnhardt Jr. over here.
Earnhardt Jr. over here, and I guess the deal is he's just bored with racing where he's at. He loves it to death, but he says he just wants to try new competition and new style of racing, so he's coming over here to race in NASCAR. Maybe, like I said, he's going to check out he's going to check out Bristol first and then see where he goes.
I think he's going to like Bristol whenever he sees that.
Bristol is, man.
You know, I'm surprised he got tickets to that race.
Well, actually, tickets have been on sale.
Forever.
Well, this year. I mean, normally tickets, you can't get tickets to Bristol. I saw that it was the most coveted, sought-after sports ticket in the history of sports.
Yeah.
Bristol always sells out. Well, this year, I guess it's the economy, because this year they've actually got tickets on sale.
Oh, really? Still on sale?
Yeah. And
yeah, it's got to be the economy.
Yeah, it's got to be.
People ain't spending as much money as they want to be.
Tomorrow's race at Bristol is not sold out, and that is like the first time that's happened in a long time.
I'd really like to go to Bristol and see
Me
that race.
too. Why don't we just leave now and go?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and go. You ready?
But yeah, let's go. Now with the show here. So but Bristol is such a. I mean, it has to be fantastic because people start camping out. The Atlanta race.
Yeah.
People were already camping out at Bristol during the Atlanta race 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
2 weeks, and they're sitting there in Bristol in the parking lot camping out.
Camping out.
That's got to be. That's unbelievable.
I would love to go to Bristol.
I would too. Man.
Bristol's got to be some of the best racing there is around.
It's like a mini Dover.
It is.
You know?
I mean, it looks like Dover. It's made out of concrete. It's just half a mile where Dover is a complete mile.
Yeah. It's a mini Dover. That's what it is.
Mini Dover. We'll be right back with more in Full Throttle in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thanks for listening to us today. And welcome back to Full Throttle. Want to make a quick announcement. This is the last week of the wing on the back of the stock car.
No more wing.
No more of the wing. Next week in Martinsville, when we see the race cars, they will have the spoilers back on the back ends of the car, and I am just overly excited about seeing the spoilers return.
I mean, it's going to keep the cars, from flying up in the air.
It's going to be a lot safer.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot safer for the drivers. It might not be as exciting whenever somebody wrecks anymore, but I mean, there's going to be a couple of turnovers every now and then.
Of course, you're always going to have those turnovers when you're going that fast.
I mean,
but it's not going to happen just
like you saw on Brad Keselowski.
There was no way that Brad Keselowski should have flipped at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Those roof flaps deployed on that car.
It was just the wing.
But the wing you can actually see it bend up.
I'm actually disappointed.
Underneath it.
I'm actually disappointed they're not using the wing at Bristol. I mean the spoiler at Bristol.
I mean, they had a whole week
off. They
could have just put it on between that week.
I know, and then it's a short track race. They're doing it at Martinsville because they were like, "Oh, well, it's a short track race. We want to start with that." I'm like, Bristol's a short track.
Yeah,
Bristol
is just as short as Martinsville.
I know, and you'll have 2 back-to-back short track races that you can test.
Yeah.
The spoiler on this thing.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why you would need to test it if it's the same one as
Yeah.
It's been on forever.
Yeah, so I'm actually really, really pumped. Now, the design of the car is going to stay the same. It's just going to have this spoiler on the back of it.
Yeah.
So the box frame of the new stock car
is going to be the car tomorrow
still
with
same,
the wing.
just minus the wing.
With the
minus the wing with the spoiler.
I believe it's going to look pretty good.
I think it is going to. I've seen a couple of pictures so far of like the spoiler, and it's going to be on the back, and it looks pretty snazzy. It's a lot better than I just was not digging the wing.
I wasn't either, man.
Not digging the wing.
I saw it come out and I was like, man, that's not gonna stay.
It's not gonna stay. And I was actually hoping that they would take it away. I was hoping like you said, for the first time it came out, I was like, man, I hope this doesn't last. And well, it didn't. So they're going back to the spoiler. And can't wait for Martinsville. That's
now, do you know what made the decision for them to put the spoiler back on? Because I know it wasn't Brad Keselowski.
It had to. I don't know like the final decision of like why they're doing it, but I just know like they're trying to, I guess competition wise, they're trying to make a change. And I know that the safety issue with the wing causing the cars to get
that was definitely a big issue.
That was a big issue, and I think that's one of the reasons why. And plus, the fans they weren't involved in it, and you got to keep your fans around. So if they're not liking something, you change it, and they're NASCAR. I applaud them. I think they're making the right change. I think they've made a lot of really good decisions this season with like saying we're going to step back and let you control the competition.
Yeah.
And what you do out there on the track, we're going to give you more control. I love that they're stepping out of it and letting just the race happen.
They're letting the race.
And I applaud them.
Race.
I applaud them for changing the spoiler thing and admitting that they made a mistake. Saying, okay, we dropped the ball.
We screwed up.
And we're going back to the spoiler. I applaud them. I think NASCAR has done some awesome decision making over the off season. In 2010, so far, has been a pretty good season of racing. I think we've seen so far.
It's been slightly weird, but
it's been slightly strange. But it's it hasn't been a completely terrible season. It's been not at all. It's been pretty neat.
It's been fun to watch so far.
It has. It's been interesting. The competitions. I think the competition has been a lot better. I think whereas last year you had a lot of one-sided races. I think that this year
Hendrick.
Yeah.
Had a lot of Hendrick wins.
And even though Jimmy Johnson's won twice this year, it hasn't been a blowout for him either.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, where did he come? Where did he finish at Atlanta?
See, he didn't even finish in the top 10 at Atlanta.
Yeah, he finished.
And at Daytona, he didn't even finish. So I think it's been a pretty even competition so far.
Yeah, I mean, he has won 2 races, but I mean, Harvick's won a race. Busch has won a race. Kurt Busch.
Kurt Busch and Jamie Mack. So I think it's been a very good season of racing so far, and really enjoying it. Here's Breaking Benjamin, "Blow Me Away" on Full Throttle. Boom! Little Ted Nugent here on Full Throttle. That's going to do it for us today. Kind of a slow news day. No racing in the week, but we'll come back with more after Bristol. There'll be lots
We're going to have a strong show next week.
Lots to talk about after Bristol, because it's tempers are going to fly. Short track racing. Oh man, and Carl Edwards and Brad Keselowski are going to be on the track for the first time since the Atlanta incident. I'm still.
It's a short track too. I bet you they're going to get into each
other.
Short
track, short tempers. Lots to talk about next week on the show after Bristol, baby. And plus, the wing is going to be coming back in Martinsville. We'll talk about all of that, all of the practice session times and
how they. You mean?
The spoiler.
Wing's going away.
Wing's going away. Really excited about that. So we'll see you back here next week on the show. Full Throttle, Saturdays at 5. Thank you very much for joining us here today and being patient with us as we
play with the balls.
In the studio playing with the bouncy balls. Would you stop saying that? It's just really strange.
And by the way, y'all can check out the YouTube channel.
YouTube, we filmed today. You can see us playing with the bouncy balls, bouncing them off the walls if you want.
I'm in my share.
And all that good stuff. But thank you very much. We'll see you back here next Saturday at 5 to discuss everything that happened in Bristol and get you ready for another short track. 2 short tracks back to back. That is so awesome. Bristol and Martinsville. It's going to be a lot of news to cover. A lot of news to cover. We'll see you back here next Saturday. I am Jables. That's Kay Willis.
Yep, that's me right here.
We'll take it easy. We'll see you around.
See you later.